So Spirit is asking you to let go of anything that is weighing you down right now. So kind of, you may be in the Ten of Wands energy. But the story of this card is someone is walking in the woods and it's almost winter. And they're exhausted and they stop to rest by a tree. And they hear a voice saying, "You're exhausted because you're trying too hard." And the person's like, "Well, when I rest, I start freezing." And so the voice says that, the person needs to just let go of anything that isn't essential. And so they strip down to their bones, and then the wind is able to carry them to a new place. So, and I can't tell you how much lately I've been getting signs about the wind being carried to a new place, kind of like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. There's definitely miraculous energy in the air. I didn't mean to do that, but there's something in the air. You're about to experience rapid movement with ease, okay? You're probably a very hard worker if you're drawn to this message, maybe even an overworker. You may struggle with hitting burnout, okay? Spreading yourself thin for others. Maybe you have a lot of responsibilities. Maybe you're a single mom. But I know I'm here to share this message about a change in the wind, okay? Wind getting put back in your sails. You're really about to head in a new direction. Your life is about to take a turn that you've never experienced in your life. And if you recently went through some of the scariest things or most traumatic things, however it manifested into your life, that is actually a sign that you're about to hit your biggest breakthrough, okay? Just like how the most cliche quote that it's always darkest before the dawn, my ear just started almost ringing. There's a deep truth to that, okay? And if you notice in the spiritual community, this is a running theme. So this isn't just me, this is how spirit works. Okay, there are laws that govern the universe, okay, and no one is above them. And so if you just recently went through the darkest night of your soul that you've ever experienced, and you still came out loving and trusting in God and holding faith, you are about, no matter, we waver, we're human, but I'm just saying, like, you're still here and you're listening. You're about to step into something that there are no words for, okay? You're going to be so grateful and feel so light. My goodness. So the card I got was the garden. I think the camera's on this side. The garden. Receive and heal. It's your turn to finally receive. You went through so many initiations. You've worked through your shadow. You've been in the dark night of your soul maybe your whole life, maybe for years, okay? And your life has been very heavy. But like I was just saying, you may have just went through the hardest thing, okay? And it may have started mental and instantly manifest into your reality. This is God showing you how powerful you are, okay? Because you are a reflection of God. All glory to God. But you're about to be resurrected. This literally says resurrection. Embrace new life. So there are things you're being asked to let go of so that there's room for you to be carried with the wind, so God can do what He's been wanting to do with you for, it's been written in gold in the heavens. Okay, everything you've been through, all the pain, all the heartbreaks, the betrayals, everything, okay, it's all been recorded in heaven and set in gold ink. And now all your blessings are going to come. Okay, you're going to finally get reciprocity for all this work you've been doing. So don't think that all of this that you've been purging and working through within yourself and your outer reality, it wasn't, there's purpose to it. And then I also got the Jesus and Mary Magdalene shared mission. So whether this is like you have very strong spirit guides, like with the birds here, working with you, ancestors working with you, okay, divine partnership with Great Spirit, you are co-creating with God, the most high, loving, benevolent God, okay, the only God, the one and all-knowing, okay. God is in everything, even these trials that you've went through, even the hard times and the darkness. It was to build your strength and build your character. Okay, now I'm going to start pulling some cards and just tap into your energy more. I have Besla. Yeah, you're birthing something. This woman is pregnant. So these pains you've been going through are like birthing pains. That you've been getting the contractions. You've been feeling pain in your solar plexus, sacral chakras, okay? And that's because you're literally birthing something. And there's actually a tear in this image in the lightning bolt. So Spirit's letting you know that like it's going to be quick, okay? Because you've been enduring for so long. I just noticed that this lightning bolt actually, you see it's like, even though that's crazy, so all this pain, this lightning bolt pierced into her belly, okay? All this pain, these birthing pains, contractions that you've been going through are because God is implanting His wisdom, His divine grace, His divine gifts into you, okay? Is birthing through you. And that's why it's been so painful. You've had to be cracked open, right? For this to come through. We have Sela. And this card, I always think of protecting your energy, okay? You may have monitoring spirits. The devil may have really been getting in your head recently, okay? But no matter what it might look like to the devil or people around you, you are on God's solid ground, okay? It might not look, so maybe your stability's been shaken, but know that God has you. So no matter where you're at, no matter what your life is looking like to you or anyone else around you, you know that deep in your core, your stability lies beyond this physical realm. Your stability is within the heart of God. Your heart is pure. And that's the only thing God really judges us by, is our heart. And then we have Mariaman. And yeah, see, you don't walk by sight. You're a seer. Okay, you use your third eye. No matter what this world tries to deceive your mind or eyes with, or even your emotions, you are able to stay so solid within God and trust and faith. You are unshakable at this point. Like, God is even like amazed at how far you've come and how well you've handled like all the devil's attacks. The kingdom of darkness has been coming at you through everyone and everything around you. And you're unshakable. Maybe you got shook for a few days, but you recovered. You resurrected like, Jesus Christ. And you've been seen, you've been watched by benevolent forces, okay? By God, by His angels. And they walk with you and before you. Know you're always protected. Okay? Always, always, always protected. Never fear. Okay, I fear nothing but God. And I know my heart is pure, and so do you, so we know God's got us. And if you doubt that, this message is here to confirm that. Wow, my ear just kind of went off a little bit. Yeah. shapeshifter. You're a shapeshifter. The enemies, the kingdom of darkness, they're the ones shooketh now because they're realizing how much God has worked on your spirit and your soul, okay? You can traverse all types of energies. Anything that's been thrown at you, you shake off. And you transmute it into power and grace and love and compassion for yourself and others. Okay, so Spirit's really letting you know that you have a very deep skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness. You have an ability to see the potential in everything, okay? Even when the devil is infiltrating your mind, your environment, okay, casting illusions in your third eye, even your waking eye, okay, you're able to shape shift through all of this with so much courage and love. You don't even hold resentment. You don't let it turn you into a villain, okay? Like, one of the most beautiful things I've heard, I think it was Alan Watts, I don't know, but it's like the only thing common, not the only thing, but like the common denominator between villains and heroes is pain. Okay, but the hero, well, after they go through all this pain and trauma, betrayal, and being totally outcasted from this whole like earthly existence, their mission becomes that, you know, they don't want anyone to feel or experience what they went through, okay? Where the villain is opposite. They say everyone should have to go through what I had to, you know? And they start bringing people down around them. And when they see pure people go through trauma and stuff and still stay pure, actually fuels their fire in the wrong way of destruction and hate and envy and jealousy. Whereas the hero, they just keep transmuting it, swallowing these hard pills, okay, looking at themselves and seeing why they attracted this, why God allowed these tests and trials, okay, and actually finding gratitude from the hardship, because now the hero knows how beautiful of a soul they are, how much grit they have, okay? Wow, and this popped out right as I was saying that gossip, okay? The light attributes of it are awakens consideration for the feelings of others and honoring trust. Okay? So, this is just a reminder to not fall into gossiping about even your enemies, even people that are attacking you, people that you know are deceiving you but smiling to your face, okay? Just give it to God, talk to God at this time. Okay, God is asking you to stay more quiet. You may have recently just had to purge and talk to someone, and you're realizing after that, you know, that wasn't someone you should be speaking to, okay? And if you don't know without a shadow of doubt right now, like if there's no one that you can truly 100% trust right now with your, not just, you know, on basic level, like, oh, can you trust this person? I mean on the most raw, vulnerable parts of you. If you can't trust someone with all of who you are at this time, you're being really asked to speak with God, okay? But the shadow attribute, there may be people around you that thrive on the power of passing on private or secret information, okay? There may be someone around you that's betraying your confidence, okay? So God really is asking you to just keep things to yourself and, you know, use discernment there, okay? You know yourself, but if that resonates with you, take it. Wow, this was on the bottom of the deck when I grabbed the deck. You are a guide for this earth, okay? And I'm just getting that your life has been so hard and the rug has been pulled out from you so many times. You've been humbled too much. There's been people that didn't need to humble you in the ways they did, because people who work from love and compassion know that God will do that work. It's not our job to humble people. Okay, period. And so God sees that, and even through all this, maybe bullying, outcasted, rejected from your own family, friends, environments, jobs, like literally anything that could go wrong or hurt you has, and God sees that, and it's, like I said, it's been written in golden ink and locked, within the heavens by God. And the law of compensation is going to work in your favor. The only reason you kept going through these cycles is to learn yourself more and learn the patterns. God has just been fine-tuning you. You haven't been punished. You are coming out of your desert season, okay? None of this was punishment. It wasn't to shame you. God wants to now build you up, okay? But you represent the nature of the divine in life and in yourself, okay? And you've seen people around you that place financial gain and control over the spiritual aspects. They have literally, sold their soul. You watch people do this, and it actually broke your heart. You may have actually even almost lost your own mind because you loved people, family, friends, lovers so much around you, and to watch them go into the darkness and sell their soul and sell you out at the same time. It's like you're such a pure being that actually broke your heart, okay? And sadly, some people go the opposite of that, and they actually like to see people suffer, and you aren't one of those people. And that's why God is assigning you this mission to be a guide on this earth, okay? Even if it hasn't looked like it at all. Maybe if people laugh at you behind your back and you can feel that, but you are like this wise owl. And the thing that about owls is they're not the most likable creature. They're very solitary, but they can also, and guess what, it's because people don't like to be found out, and owls have a 360 view, okay? Even like they can see what's going on behind their back. And I'm getting for you that you can see what's going on behind your back because God lets you know. Your intuition lets you know. Okay? But you still keep on loving. But God needs you to protect your light though, okay? You can't be just sharing this with everyone at this time. God has been cloaking you your whole life. Your mind is just now catching up to your reality. I keep looking at the wrong side of the camera. But, yeah, they really want you to protect this light within, because what is within you is you're a reflection of God. All glory to God. Oh, that came right out. Easy does it. I was just thinking about this card right before it came out. There's no need to hurry or force things to happen. Everything is occurring in perfect timing. Yeah. As you're going through these traumas, tests, and trials, one thing I really notice is like God will, at the right minute, help you escape anything that is not for your highest good, okay? You will know when to leave rooms, okay, without fear. You will feel the fear because your animal body will respond, okay? But you have the higher knowing even within that. Like, you can recover and come back to center, okay? One thing, you may feel the effects of all this on your body and feel the burnout and the heavy heart. Like, your heart might literally, like, be times where you could feel the heartbeat is heavy, okay? This is not your body weakening, okay? Just like when you work out, okay? You're building strength. Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not giving health advice. I'm just saying, like, if you already know what I'm saying and this resonates, that's just confirmation for you that you're building strength and you're going to rise up from this feeling better than you've ever felt in your life. And this just came out, Artemis, Guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. Okay? God's angels are surrounding you. Okay? Every single pore in your body and your auric field, God's seraphim angels are guarding them. Okay? It's that real. Every single cell in your body is guarded by the seraphim angels. All 4 eyes of the seraphim angels are on you at this time. You are so protected. It's crazy because this is on the bottom of the deck. These 3 cards came out in yesterday's reading too. Okay, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action, okay? So like same with the bones, coming down to your bones, your structure, the base, okay, which is the God, your like God within. That's gonna allow you to grow wings, okay, and allow God to uproot you. That's another thing. You went through all these financial hardships and your root chakra being attacked by enemies, okay, by the kingdom of darkness. And God only allowed this because he knew it would make you unstoppable and make it so that he can pick you up and know that you still have the core fundamental strength, okay, to persevere through anything. And now this is going to make this next transition very light and easy, okay? It's going to be easy. Just like easy does it, you're being guided. Okay, this next transition in your life is very divinely guided. It's not another test. It's not another thing to build character. Okay, God sees you as ready, even if you don't feel like it fully. Even if you're not fully ready, okay? You are. That sounds like a contradiction, but you are. God's warriors aren't perfect. Okay, we're far from it. God doesn't judge us by our actions. He judges us by our heart. And you have a pure heart. If you're still watching this video, without a doubt, you will have a pure heart. 8 of coins. And the magician. Wow. Okay, you're a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. I heard another reader say that recently. I love that. Yeah, you're the magician. You're a witch, a good, benevolent, white witch, okay, that works for the Most High, loving God. And the 8 of Pentacles is all about work, okay? And this is work that is for the soul, that nourishes you, that gives you energy, that gives back to you. When you do it, you love it. You feel the passion and the love, okay? Your work, whatever job, okay? Even if you are doing 2 things at once, right? Even the one in the world, okay? If you're still having to work in the world, a regular job, things are going to improve there too, okay? Everything is going to become lighter. That you're stepping into your season of receiving, stepping into the garden. Like that other card. Out of the desert, out of the wilderness, into places that are warmer. An environment where you can... Wow, the magician came back out again. No way. Crazy. So the magician and the 8 of Pentacles popped out, and then the 9 of Pentacles was behind this, the 8 of Pentacles, and I didn't pull that. So, oh my gosh. Whatever you're working on is going to give you this independence to where no one and nothing in this world can ever take your physical stability away. This is about physical, okay? Because you cultivated this strength and stability within your spirit and heart. So now it's going to manifest physically, okay? That's why you've had to go through so many trials, so many... Like, I just heard catastrophes, okay? You've really been through a lot, okay? Most people would have given up by now, okay? Or lost their mind. But you are still standing and stronger from it all, okay? I love that. I just looked at the clock at 2:444. Yeah, really reach out to your guides, your ancestors that work with the light and the highest good of all. Right when I said that, Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Yeah, call on your Star Brothers. Ask the warriors of the light that run through your blood to protect and guide you and walk with you anytime you feel, the kingdom of darkness creeping in, okay? Even ask them to protect you from your own shadow, okay? Because you've been through a lot, so, when you're such a bright light and your spirit carries so much weight in the spiritual realm, you pick up, we're living in a world that is dark and light, like duality. So as you've incarnated here, you've also picked up a lot of shadow, and you've owned that, and you've taken responsibility and accountability for that. If you're watching this video, Spirit wants you to know that, and he's proud of you, okay? But we know that still creeps in, okay? So ask for help from your Star Brothers to help you purge through that. Double mission. You are a light worker, a star seed. Okay, serve the world by being you. You have a double mission here, okay? So you may be a mother too, a father. You may have came here to be a generational curse breaker, and that's why it's been so hard and why you have no one, because you were here to break free from what your genes and DNA from both sides carry, okay? And you're also here to help the world on a grand collective scale, okay? And that's why you've went through a Job season, okay? I'm not religious, but there's truth in fundamentally everything, because God's in everything, right? Well, okay, the way I just said that, you know what I'm saying. But, yeah, you went through your Job season. That you've been in the desert a long time, and your heart is pure gold at this point, okay? You've been shaped into the pearl. You now realize the truth, how deep the quote, like the world is your oyster. You see how deep that is now, okay? You are a star seed. You've been planted into this very dense earthly realm, okay? And it's been to build your character, help you create stronger boundaries, okay? But now you're gonna get ready to soar. We got, wow, this is one of my favorite cards from this deck, okay? You're about to have a light bulb moment. My ear just, like, I felt something there, okay? Something is going to come through, a breakthrough, enlightenment, epiphany, illumination, invention, intellect. God is about to bless you with something amazing, and it's going to be within your mind. And that whatever this revelation is, this breakthrough that's about to happen, it's going to clear away all that shadow that's been messing with you lately, okay? This is going to break all the chains that the devil's had on you, period. We got agreement, pact, cycle, trust, alliance, contracts, partnership, promise, bond, closure, okay? Spirit's promising you right now that they're working with you, okay? You are in partnership with the divine now. You've been cleansed. You've been purified. You've resurrected. Now God knows and can see that with your free will, okay, he already knew what your heart was, but you had to see how strong your will was. And now he's letting you know we are in a strong contract with you. And all the promises, all the hopes and dreams. By promises, I mean any hope or dream that's in your head that is of the heart, that's going to come through now. Wow. We got unconditional love, legendary. Yeah. Your spirit, you are legendary in the spiritual realm. Okay, even though every human around you has, mocked you, made fun of you, abandoned you in your darkest hour, literally kicked you when you were down. Okay, so many people have kicked you when you were down. Okay, God, the Spirit, has seen it. All your ancestors, spirit guides, all the angels, they've seen it, and they think you are legendary. They are so proud of you. a divine union, eternal love, enduring, connected love of a lifetime. You are eternally with God, okay? And even your human self has proven that, okay? There's a tower moment coming, but like I said, this, unlike all the other times in your life, this is going to be new. It's going to bring balance with this temperance card here. Okay, so be patient through this and know that, and stay optimistic in knowing that God is in charge of your life. You're in God's hands, okay? Like, this is the most that you are ever going to be guided and held in your life, and you're going to be able to feel it, because this next transition is going to feel so much lighter than ever. Resources, finances, money, income, okay, multiply. You are about, like I said, physical, pentacles, money, your physical stability is going to finally manifest, and no human on this freaking earth is going to be able to take that away from you. Never again. Okay, because this is, you are building on the most strong foundation, and it's God. God's heart. Your heart is so connected to God. We got King of Water, the Chariot. Okay. King of Cups. He's the one that can be in the ocean but is still on solid ground. You could go through the storm and still be calm. You're the eye of the storm now. So don't be deceived by what's going on around you, because you can know now that you are the center, because you're with God. We got, wow, King of Swords. Justice. Oh my gosh. Justice, divine justice is coming. This divine justice is going to physically manifest. You are not going to have to worry about survival anymore. You've been in survival mode your whole life. Okay, this is coming to an end. Injustice is coming. You're gonna, and the reason that this because you're not someone that wants vengeance, even though people have literally kicked you when you're down and done the most worst evil things to you. It's like you still wouldn't want them to, you would not want to see them go through what you have, like, because your heart is so pure. And you know that on the most core level. You're not just saying that or hearing messages like it just to feed your spiritual ego. No, this is real. And God has seen that. Okay, you are seen. You are being watched by the most benevolent, loving, all-knowing God. Know that. You are going to be warmed. Your heart is going to be warmed again. You're going to feel comforted. You're going to feel at home on this earth. No matter what demon tries to project at you, God is about to give you such a strong foundation that no one can touch it. Nobody. And your discernment is so powerful at this time that no one's going to be able to come in and deceive you. But what I got sidetracked from with the Justice card, I looked right when I said Justice, I saw 3333 on the time, on the phone timer. Like I was saying, you would never want to see them suffer like you have, but there's divine justice that is going to have to play out in your life, because God knows that your mind needs to see, okay, what's really been going on. So just know that's why this is going to happen. That's why you might be getting a lot of messages about justice, because you need to be able to see this on a soul level, a human level. Okay, your ancestors need to see this. This has to be played out. And this is also so God can show who He is to everyone around you, and show the laws of the universe at play on this fallen planet, okay? And showing that God is within everything, even fallen planets, okay? They think they've been just getting away with all this for no reason. This is God's vengeance. This isn't, you know, just for you to be able to see the truth, okay? It's also because the wrath of God, this is all, like, Give the war up to God, okay? You've been a soldier, now you can release all of it. Release the fight, release the strife, release the suffering. Because now it's God's time to come swoop in. And I just heard another reader say that he got a vision, and I just felt this was true. I don't just believe everything people say. I could feel the heart in it. God just released thousands of angels onto this dark, dense, demonic, filled planet, okay? And so things are going to start really shifting on this planet. Supportive friend, soulmate, pure, faithful companion. God is your faithful companion, okay? Just like you've been faithful to him and always, you've always tried. You've always been pure. Your heart is gold, and God is going to be faithful to you, just like you've been to him. So, childhood, innocence, yeah. You're God's child, and the light is about to shine on you finally, in the most beautiful light way. You're gonna just feel like a new person, and you're gonna finally be able to breathe. Because the reason the devil attacks our stability here is because without having a home and literally having food, that's the only thing that can distract God's children, because our hearts are so pure. They've tried everything and we still are unshakable. So it's that's why our root chakra and our stability gets attacked so much. Perspective, Milky Way. Yeah, God's children are always able to have that higher perspective no matter what no matter what this world does to us. Okay, we are in the world but not of it. Yeah, no matter what happens, we have the passion of God within us, that fire. No one can take that. No one, no matter what they do. 32. Okay, God is taking you out of this season of sadness. Maybe you've had depression, mental health issues coming up, paranoia, darkness manifesting into your life instantaneously. The devil has been messing with your mind. God is putting an end to all of this. It's done. Okay, God only allowed these. I'm going to say it again, okay, because this is to bring peace to you. God only allowed these things to build your character and refine you, and now it's done. The time is up. The time is up. For the people in the back, the time is up. Love and romance. You are in divine union with God and yourself. And now you're finally, in this next season, going to find, and it's hard for me to even say this because I have a resistance to this now because I've been hurt so much. But God is going to start bringing in people with pure hearts into your life, okay? You haven't been isolated and alone because you deserve it, okay? It's because God needed you alone to himself, okay? And now you've been purified from the inside out, and so now he's done all his work with you, okay? You've already become into divine communion with God, and so now you're ready for that to manifest into this physical world with people, okay? So know that. Oh. We got transcendent amidst the everyday. You are transcendent amidst the everyday. You transcend this physical reality. The devil has literally tried every freaking trick, and the heavens are shaking because God is laughing so hard. Because he's like, I knew it. I knew she would make it. I knew he would make it. He knew it. He just had to see that you would, with your free will, do what your soul is in this incarnation, in this time, here and now. And you've transcended, I don't know if that's a word, everything, all the devil's tricks, all of them. You are seriously one of the strongest angels. You are literally an earth angel. You are so strong. The seraphim angels work with you because your fire matches theirs. Your purity matches them. You've allowed the divine fire to burn you up. Okay? And you still stood in faith, in love, in compassion. It's amazing. You're true magic. You're pure magic. I've actually never drawn that card in this deck. Okay? You're pure magic. The releasement. Yes, you're being released. The devil, God's cutting the devil off now. He's like, no, you're done now. She's past everything I needed to see. You are done. The time is up. Alright, I'm going to end it there.